मित्रों, आगे बढ़ते हैं। इस दौर में ईमानदारी और स्पष्ट बातें करना यानी आंधियों के सामने दीपक जलाने जैसा काम है, और जो ऐसा करते हैं उन्हें हमारा प्रणाम है। हमारा सौभाग्य है भारतीय छात्र संसद के इस वैलिडिक्टरी सेशन में कि एक ऐसा व्यक्तित्व, एक ऐसी शख्सियत, एक ऐसी पर्सनालिटी हमारे बीच में मौजूद हैं जिनकी लड़ाई निरंतर चल रही है भ्रष्टाचार के खिलाफ। साफ गोई उनके चरित्र का एक अंग है। शिक्षाविद, अर्थशास्त्री, भारतीयता का झंडा बुलंद करने वाले डॉक्टर सुब्रमण्यन स्वामी साहब।
Executive President Professor Karad, Shraddhe Shri M, distinguished personalities on the stage, and this vast ocean of students from all over India. I am very privileged to be here and to see young educated people here sitting in a disciplined manner and conducting this parliament. India is on the verge of a major economic boom. That is because of the potential of this country. We have huge capacity in doubling and tripling, quadrupling our agricultural production. We have the capacity to produce the most high-quality software, automobile ancillaries, and we have shown ourselves as superior in the low-cost services that we provide to the whole world. But most of all, our youngsters, those below the age of 35 today, make up 70% of our population. The average age of an Indian today is only 26. Average age of a Chinese is 36. Average age of an American is 37. Average age of a European is 46. Average age of a Japanese is 50. They are fast becoming old population. And for at least another 60 years, India shall remain a young country. That is our strength today. But we want our young people to become not only educated, but to go into the field of innovation. Find substitutes which are binding us today. Substitute oil from Arab countries with hydrogen fuel cells. Find new ways of using alternative energies. We want young people to come into politics and help clean up, learn from the experience of those who are already been in politics. We in this country do not want amongst our youth Aam Aadmi, we want khas youth of the country. Those who specialize, who can come into the arena of politics and give a new direction. How do we proceed? Not only must you have education, but as has been said in the previous session, you need character. Character means that you should be able to have integrity. Your words must have meaning and you must stick to them. You must take risk. Indians are afraid of risk. They are always looking for ways to play safe, to look for a job. Once I addressed the Indian Institute of Management in Ahmedabad and asked the students at dinner time, what brings you here after so much competition and studying? And they all said that if we have the stamp of IIM MBA, we are guaranteed a job. I told them, you didn't come here for learning marketing theory, inventory control, financial hedging, derivatives. They said, that's all right, that is for passing exam, but we are guaranteed a job if we come here. That is the mentality you must now throw away. You must learn to take risk. And risk means succeeding very tremendously, like Bill Gates succeeded in creating Microsoft. Or it means failure. But then you must learn to get up again and try again and keep trying till you succeed. That is the spirit of risk-taking. And that is what we are lacking. That is what these hundreds of years of foreign occupation has done to us. Now we must break loose and be able to serve the country and see it grow and break out of the shackles. I would also like you to study our ancient scriptures like the Gita. Because what Gita teaches you today and has been teaching for thousands of years is now being taught in the West as a way to control stress, anxiety. Krishna says the only freedom you have is the freedom to act. The rights of those fruits of those actions that you have no right to, I will decide. You will get it in various forms, but you must not fight for the fruit of that action. Once you have that mindset that I have to do my duty and I must take action which is good for society, and don't worry about the fruits, you will never be stressed and you can never lose. This is what we have to learn from the mistakes of the West, where a single materialism goal has made them rich but unhappy. Why is it that all our sadhus and sannyasis in their ashrams are attracting foreigners, the Americans, the rich Americans? Go and see Sri Ravi Shankar's ashram, or Swami Dayanand Saraswati's, or Ramdev's. All these ashrams have got rich foreigners there wanting to know how to be happy. Because they found that material prosperity alone does not produce happiness. You need an attitude in life. And that our tradition, our culture teaches us. When I went as a student to Harvard, the first class when I attended, my American student sitting next to me asked me, what is wrong with the Indians? Why did you accept Mahatma Gandhi as your leader? So I thought he was going to criticize some policy of Mahatma Gandhi. So I asked him why you are objecting to his leadership. He said, Mahatma Gandhi was not properly dressed. A leader must be well dressed. You can see in the Western countries how well the leaders are dressed. They wear the best tie, the best coat, the most shining shoes. Even their spiritual leaders are extremely well dressed. Whereas our spiritual gurus are very simply dressed. Because in our society, we have said that ultimately, the most important qualities to have is sacrifice. And sacrifice is remembered whether you win or lose. Chhatrapati Shivaji led us to victory. We worship him. But Rana Pratap did not. We also worship him. We, losers, winners come second. It is what you did for the country, what you gave up for the country, that is worshipped. That is why Chhatrapati Shivaji, Rana Pratap are on the same level. That is why Rani Jhansi, or in Tamil Nadu Kattabomman, or in Karnataka Rani Chennamma, these are all considered as heroes even though they did not lead us to victory. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose did not lead us to victory, but even today he is considered the hero of this country. So do the right thing. That is what we are taught. And because of that, today, we are still the ancient civilization we were thousands of years ago. In Iran, the Zoroastrians had a civilization. They were attacked and captured by the Islamic forces. Within 15 years, Iran became 100% Muslim. Same thing it happened in Mesopotamia and Babylon, which is now known as Iraq. In 17 years after capture, they became 100% Muslim. Egypt in 21 years became 100% Muslim. Europe in 50 years became 100% Christian. But this country, 800 years of Islamic rule and 200 years of Christian rule, India is still 80% Hindu. Today, of course, we must live as brothers and sisters, but that should be recognized. Recently, I was reading this Journal of Genetics published by the Cambridge University, and it was a study on DNA. And I found in that study, it's a scholarly study, which is now supported by many other studies, that the DNA of all Indians is the same. It is no different. Whether South India or North India, whether Brahmins or Shudras or untouchables, they have the same DNA. Whether they are Hindus or Muslims, they have the same DNA. The British divided us into this artificial, bogus category of Aryans and Dravidians. It has no support in modern science today. So today from onwards, our youth should regard ourselves as Indians first and everything else afterwards. That should be the slogans among the youth. And you must therefore acquire those skills which make our country great. We have enough potential. What is needed is new leadership. Elections are coming, and you must now decide how to participate. I would advise you to adopt a polling booth in the area where you live. Appoint 5 people as your own committee, as your student parliament committee. Get hold of the polling voters list and go to every house. How many polling booths are there in a parliament constituency? 1,500. So therefore there will be about 1,000 votes per polling booth. Go to each house and see who's dead, who's alive, who is come in newly. And then assist the political party of your choice in the polling booth. When a man comes impersonating a dead man, you should be able to say, hey, how come you're alive? You're supposed to be dead according to the records of the election commission. This is the way you can contribute. Once you learn that process, you can learn further. Learn the mechanics of politics. No use coming on the top, becoming a parliament member or a minister. This country is very complex. It requires a commitment. And that means you should acquire a profession that gives you ability to stand on your own feet. Start your own industry. Be a lawyer. Be a doctor. Stand on your own feet so that you don't have to depend on politics. And of course, you must marry carefully. Your wife must also support you. Otherwise, life will be hell for you if you're in politics. Learn some law. Today, democracy, law is the weapon. Vote is the bullet. And the elections is the war. And we must fight it that way. Today, the Constitution, if you study it carefully, has everything. Even an ordinary citizen can be appointed as a public prosecutor. I proved it when the 2G. I went and told the magistrate, here is my complaint. Please appoint me public prosecutor. He said, how can I appoint you public prosecutor? You're not enrolled in the bar. You're not in the short list of the government. How can I appoint you? So I said, read section 5 of the Prevention of Corruption Act. He said, you read it out. I read it out. Where it says that the person presenting the complaint can be appointed by the court as a public prosecutor. And the judge told me, nobody ever pointed this out to me in the last 30 years. Today I am a public prosecutor in 2G, but I am allowing the CBI to conduct the investigations and the prosecution. Those people CBI will leave out, I will put it in my petition and prosecute them. No one is going to escape. For the first time it is possible that even non-governmental bodies and persons can prosecute corruption because the Constitution gives you the power. It is only our ignorance which makes us diffident. Today, this huge reservoir of youth, we want specialized youth. We don't want bandas. We don't want Janta Darbars. We want parliament. We want collective bodies which will do manthan. We want new ideas to drive India to once again, like it was 1,000 years ago, become a global power to lead the world. Thank you very much.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सुब्रमण्यन स्वामी जी, आपके विचारों को हम लोगों ने सुना। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।